You want to see Stephen Colbert completely lose his mind? You want to see Stephen Colbert? It's to have absolutely no self-awareness of what he's saying. This is how much of a shitlib Stephen Colbert has become. How much of a tool of the man, a willing tool. He's now a pro-war propagandist, and he calls himself a Christian. He teaches Sunday school. He's a Catholic. This goes to show you that someone like Stephen Colbert is a useful idiot and a willful tool for evil. That's not hyperbole. Because watch this.
Russia has been hit with a series of crippling sanctions, and it looks like there's more to come because the U.S. and its European allies are now discussing banning imports of Russian oil. Take that, Putin. We're not going to buy our gas from a war criminal. We're going to buy it from the good guys, Saudi Arabia.
So that starts off very promising. I'm like, oh, Stephen Colbert's doing comedy again. He's pointing out the hypocrisy of our government, even if it's run by a Democrat. He's pointing out this crazy, unbelievable hypocrisy of us banning Russian oil and getting it from butchers like the people in Saudi Arabia who are currently carrying out a genocide in Yemen with our help. The butchers from Saudi Arabia. So I'm like, oh, he got it right. And then watch this.
But it's going to cost. Since the invasion, oil prices have skyrocketed. Today, the average gas price in America hit an all-time record high of over $4 per gallon. Okay, that stings, but a clean conscience is worth $1 or $2. I'm willing to pay.
Okay. Okay. 2 seconds ago, he just pointed out that we get our oil from butchers in Saudi Arabia that throw gay people off buildings, don't let women have any rights, and are committing a genocide in Yemen. And now he's saying if we buy it from those people, he can have a clean conscience. He just contradicted himself 100% within 2 seconds, and nobody in his audience or him or on his staff notices that. Somebody noticed. Somebody noticed that. I'm going to play it again for you. Let's play it again.
Russia has been hit with a series of crippling sanctions, and it looks like there's more to come because the U.S. and its European allies are now discussing banning imports of Russian oil. Take that, Putin. We're not going to buy our gas from a war criminal. We're going to buy it from the good guys, Saudi Arabia. But it's going to cost. Since the invasion, oil prices have skyrocketed. Today, the average gas price...
I think I know what happened.
What?
Forensically. So he's got writers. So a writer wrote that joke, the Saudi Arabia thing.
Yeah.
And that's either Colbert putting his own thing in after, or somebody else in the room's thing to adjust the joke, because it sounds like a good joke that suddenly has this sentiment that doesn't fit with it
At all.
So, a writer probably wrote that. That was good. Yeah.
These two things are incongruent. So you're saying that Stephen Colbert repeated that joke written for him, the Saudi Arabia joke, and now this is from his heart. That's what you're saying?
Or could be another person in the room from their heart. But
Yeah.
It's a room, so you got to combine stuff into this Frankenstein. That's like a Frankenstein. I mean, it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
So let's do it one more time, because this is amazing.
Russia has been hit with a series of crippling sanctions, and it looks like there's more to come because the U.S. and its European allies are now discussing banning imports of Russian oil. Take that, Putin. We're not going to buy our gas from a war criminal. We're going to buy it from the good guys, Saudi Arabia. But it's going to cost. Since the invasion, oil prices have skyrocketed. Today, the average gas price in America hit an all-time record high of over $4 per gallon. Okay, that stings, but a clean conscience is worth $1 or $2.
That's him.
I'm willing to pay.
I bet that's his heart.
So
what writer would write that?
No writer would write that. And so that's coming from Stephen Colbert's darkened heart that got corrupted by corporate cash and neoliberalism. So now he literally cheers on war.
Small price to pay for a clean conscience.
For a clean conscience. For a clean conscience. as he's cheering on war. Here we go.
Important. I'm willing to pay $4 a gallon. Hell, I'll pay $15 a gallon because I drive a Tesla.
So now everybody's pointing to that joke as the thing. No.
All right.
The other thing is his contradiction. And nobody, again, that's you could even say the truth in the middle of a joke or at the beginning of a joke, and people will just ignore it.
Yeah, right.
You have to ignore the first part of that joke to enjoy the second part of that joke. By the way, the second part is not a joke.
Look at the guy smiling like he understands.
Yeah.
He's like, oh.
The second part, yeah. That's exactly right. The second part of that joke is not a joke. The second part of that joke is propaganda. The first part is a joke about Saudi Arabia being the good guys and that we feel good. The whole part of it's a joke. When he says, I have a clean conscience, well, if he would have delivered it a little differently, it could have actually been a joke too, because that's fucking ridiculous. That you would buy your oil from Saudi Arabia and make the joke about it. And then say you have a clean conscience. So this just goes to show you how propaganda works and how crazy it doesn't have to make sense at all. At all. And Stephen Colbert is a cancer on comedy and this fucking country. Because people trust him. They don't think he's a propagandist. And he is. 100%. You know that character he used to do on Comedy Central? Yeah. He is that character now. That's what that is.
He's beyond. It's like Strangers with Candy level.
Yeah.
Satire. That's beyond Colbert Show. He's back in the Strangers with Candy character days.
Yeah, this is. So Max Blumenthal. So I just. How anybody could, well, I know how people watch Stephen Colbert. They don't think and they don't do their own research. They let CNN do it for them. And then they watch Stephen Colbert and they laugh, even though nothing makes sense that he's saying.
Who is watching him still? I'm trying to fathom that.
Hillary voters, Joe Biden voters, people who hate Trump, people who are pro-mandate. Those kind of people.
Within that group, there's a lot who are not watching Colbert. Like even within that.
Yeah, but those are of the people. He still gets big ratings.
Does he?
What do you think?
I don't know why I thought he did. Maybe he does.
You don't think he gets good ratings?
I thought none of them do now.
What is Stephen Colbert's ratings?
I'm a Seth Meyers guy myself.
Oh, no. Fox News is beating Colbert.
Yeah, Gutfeld beats him.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
A cable station is beating a broadcast station? Oh, he's not doing great.
Yeah, like, look at this guy's face. It says it all. That should be like just a bunch of them and a bunch of like cutouts of him in the audience looking at Colbert while he does it.
So he's not doing great. A cable show host beats him in the same time slot. Hey, we've got more dates for our 2022 stand-up tour. We're going everywhere. We're going to Dallas, Houston, Florida. We're going to Omaha, Des Moines, Pittsburgh, Columbus, Ohio, and Los Angeles. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for all the tickets for all our shows.